Well, I'll be damned. My intro was trying to give me trouble. Don't start no shit today. I'm feeling pretty good out here. Welcome to another edition of Real Talk for Real Men, a Wednesday's edition. We on hump day. We gonna hump this hoe all the way into the end of the week. Y'all, I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I'm loving the weather, and that's gonna be very, very indicative to what we're gonna be talking about tonight. I am the host, Lee Black. In case you don't know, welcome to the show. This is part of the TFG network of shows. TFG on YouTube, on Facebook, and we are under the category of uncut and ratchet because we gonna act up and we gonna do our thing. I'm gonna bring in my co-host on this chilly November day from Memphis, Tennessee. This is McMac. Tasha, what's going on, McMac?
What's going on, Black? How are you?
I'm doing all right, baby. How are you today?
I'm glad it's Wednesday.
Yes, indeed. I'm fat, I'm full, and I made it to the middle of the week. So
Yeah,
good to see you, baby. That's
good
what
to
I'm
see
talking
you.
about. Yes, indeed. Good to see your beautiful face. I see my brother from another mother, Mr. Kenny, all the way from Texas. What's going on, bro? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, my people? I want to get this sad and somber day out the way for me. I lost a family member today.
Mm.
Big cousin to me. So I just want to get that out the way. Peace be upon you, Charles Lee Parker. Yeah, you gone but not forgotten. May you ride on this peaceful journey, and your little cuz is gonna represent for you forever. So anyway, I had to get that out the way before we get started. So at that, we
Prayers
gonna
up, my
go and
brother.
keep it moving. So I'm
Prayers
good.
up, my brother.
I'm
Appreciate
No,
it.
sorry to
this
hear
is a,
that.
this is. I'm glad you showed up. For whatever we could do, you're amongst family members of the love is real. So
Yeah.
our prayers go out to you and your family. So absolutely, and so hopefully we can make you laugh a little bit. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. I gotta get some
you know,
levity. I gotta get some levity. So it's gonna be
absolutely.
good. So we good.
And when I introduce my other brother, I'll tell you why we need this, why we actually need this.
Yeah.
This is my brother, Mr. Bird, and I hope he got his beautiful wife joining us here shortly from North Carolina. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's going on, family? How y'all doing?
Doing all right.
What's
How are
up,
you, my
Yeah.
brother?
brother?
Hey, listen, hump day, like it's a common theme. I'm glad it's over with. Let's get on.
Well, we gonna make each other laugh and feel good. That's what we do here. The super fan is in the house, Miss Toria. And
Love her
please
to
follow
death.
the
I
lead.
love her
Hit
to
that
death.
like button as you
Yeah.
come in. Thank you for being a part of the show as always, Miss Toria. We love you. We absolutely love you, brother Charles.
Hmm.
Good to see you, my brother.
What
Hey,
up?
this
What up, my
this
brother
this
Charles? What's up?
put you want to come on live? The seat is always here. The standing seat is open for you, my brother. Say the word and come on in this joint. Miss Brittany, this is one of the baddest producers, in the land right
BJ.
here.
What's up, Brittany?
Appreciate you,
Love
Brittany.
you.
How you
Love
doing,
you, Britt.
sweetheart? Good to see you.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
What up?
And again, the condolences are pouring in.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Tori. Appreciate that.
And
For
this is
sure.
the man that makes it all possible. This gives me the platform to be able to come out here and be myself. He gives us the autonomy to be able to do our thing because he is doing his thing big time. That's the real estate insider, Mr. Lamb Lever. This is the man right here. What's going on, my brother? Appreciate you, the support as always. And so, absolutely. Now, I'll get this out of the way too. If it helps, sometimes with shared misery, you know how my Monday morning started, Brother Kenny? This is just for you. Literally sat down at my desk. The very first thing happens, you know, my boss comes on screen because we have a morning meeting on Monday called a coffee meeting. Right? So I sit down, I got my coffee. She comes on the Zoom crying. One of our coworkers had committed suicide over the weekend, and today they held a memorial. So I tell you that to
Mhm.
say that it's a lot of hurt out there right now. This is that
Yeah.
crazy part of the season. People are dealing with a lot of things mixed in with the end of the year and the holidays and all of those things. But for the next hour or so, we're going to try to make each other laugh because the only way we
Exactly.
get through this shit is by holding on to each other and finding a
Exactly.
little bit of humanity and humor so we can laugh. That's how we get through this thing, folks. That's how we
Exactly.
do. So,
Exactly.
what are we talking about tonight? Just so you know, I told y'all I kept referencing the weather because we are on our annual show talking about cuffing. It's cuffing season.
Mm.
Not everybody got a bed warmer out there, so we're gonna be talking about some rules of cuffing season. I pulled up some rules. I haven't read them. We're gonna have a little fun with this. And your boy almost had him somebody to cuff with, actually. I had somebody that was here and I thought I was gonna be able to cuff with this bitch, you know. But the thing of it is, she wanted to do the cuffing part, but not the fucking part. And
The
the most
audacity.
important part is the fucking part. While I would love to cuff, I'm a fat man. I like to be warm and cuffed. I
What you
need
feed
the
her?
I need the fucking part too. And what soup. This bitch ain't. But I was prepared to bring out the real meals here. But again, the cuffing part is important, but the fucking part is just as important. So I gotta tell you, you cannot have the fucking without the cuffing.
Well, did she want to do it in reverse? Maybe she wanted to cuff, then did she want to do the reverse?
I'll just stop looking at me with your condemnation.
I'm not at all. I'm just observing. I'm just here.
Thank you.
Oh,
TFG
Lord.
Entertainment News. This is news right on TFG Network. A whole lot of them just want to cuff. Ain't nobody got time for that. If we gonna cuff, we gon' fuck. So all right, let's get to it. What is cuffing in case you don't know? Well, the Urban Dictionary defines cuffing season as when everyone is getting paired up and the weather is getting colder and colder. It's alternatively, that dictionary defines cuffing season as a time when people want a boyfriend or girlfriend, but here's the important part, but stoop beneath their standards when choosing this person. Yeah,
Penis and a paycheck. That's all it is.
your face there, Brother Bird. So really what we're talking about is this is not somebody you would ordinarily cuff with, but it's cold outside. Shit, and that's why I called them a bed warmer. Sometimes you just you get tired of as women putting that pillow between them thighs. Tasha got a lot of pillows on her bed, but ain't
Yeah, but I'm not tired of it. The trade-off for me is not worth it. No, thank you.
That's what we're gonna be talking about because it's taking somebody in that you settling. They're beneath your standards that you ordinarily would not stoop to, but for reasons of loneliness, the cold outside or whatever. Sis, what's going on? This is Sherry from my sis from New York. What's going on, sis?
What's up, Sherry?
What's going on,
Can you hear us,
Sherry?
sis?
Yeah, I hear you. You can hear
How
me?
you doing out there,
Yeah.
baby sis?
I'm doing fine.
That's what's up. Well, you came in right on time. And so whichever definition you want to accept, whether you just doing it because it's cold outside or you bringing in that woman or that man and they're beneath your standards, we're going to talk about how to get through this cuffing season. Wherever you at right now, it's getting colder, even here in Atlanta, even in Memphis, even in Texas, even in North Carolina, and damn sure in New York City. Father Time ain't coming. He here. So we're going to talk about some rules to survive cuffing season because who knows, Tasha, by the time we get to some of these rules, you might be willing to bend them rules and put them pillows in the closet and get a hard, good, stiff one coming in that bedroom.
No, thank you.
All right. The first rule we're going to talk about, folks, is don't play games. It says, remember that the two of you only plan to spend a few months together. You don't really have time to play hard to get or date around until you find someone you think is better. You don't have to settle, but keep in mind that this was meant to be a temporary relationship, not a long-term one. You don't really have time to mess around, do you? What do you guys think about this? And have you ever been in a situation like this where you knew this is just for a time being? Because we're going to explore this even outside of the realm of cuffing, because not everybody has cuffed. But what do you think about this first rule about not playing games? Can you see the benefit and value in this? Anybody?
Yeah, it makes sense. It's straightforward. You know what this is. Don't make it more complicated than what it has to be. You and I both know that we're on a timeline. Most of the time, you're going to be at that woman's apartment anyway. So, because a lot of the ones cuffing, they're homosexuals. They ain't got no damn where to live anywhere. So It makes sense. Let's not make it more than what it is. Let's not even pretend like it's even a real relationship. We're just here both just to serve a purpose.
I love her point, and I want to bring up a point for my fellas on here before I get to you, sis. I've said this a million times. Women typically have better places than us, more comfy, all that good stuff. They're usually more responsible. But I think I'm talking to two brothers on here that probably have always had their own shit together. Fellas, I'm gonna mute you because of the trash in there till I come to you. But fellas, what do you think about the roles being reversed? Have you ever been in a situation where you allowed a woman to stay? It's your place. You running this show, and as Tasha said, you know what it is. You know,
I've had that situation back in the day, long time ago. And but I think as a man though, we're a little bit more lenient on our rules and all that, because if she finds she got a big booty and we like it, we're gonna we're gonna give her a pass. So I think men, we're a little bit more lenient on that. Well, at least I had been. So I can't speak for my brother, my brother down there. But I just think, yeah, we look. Oh, I ain't trying to get my man. I ain't trying to get my bro in trouble with his wife. And I. Hey, Bert, I'm not trying to get you. I ain't
Good
trying to get
looking
you in
out, bro.
trouble,
I
bro.
feel you.
Yeah, okay, good.
You
Okay,
good?
okay. All
welcome,
right.
Miss
Yeah,
Hunter.
Miss
Just
Hunter.
know
Yeah,
everything about this
yeah.
conversation is
Way back. We
way
talking
before
about
you
Long
ever
time
came
ago.
way.
along.
We talking
Way
about
before
way
you
back.
came along.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
Brother Bert,
So
speak on this. You agree or
yeah. So
disagree?
To tell you the truth, I mean, I was never like that. You know what I mean? Like I didn't like to waste no time. You can smirk all you want to. That's just me. I was a mean dude. I really was. I really was a mean dude, and you know what I mean. Like if I ain't feel like being what, I ain't feel like being bothered. I just didn't feel like being bothered. So it wasn't all that cuffing season and everything like that. It really, if I wanted to be with you, then I'd be with you. If I didn't, I didn't, and that's just how the way it rolled. But I do believe that you got to set them rules and you got to set them standards. At the gate. If you got somebody just for the season, just let them know from the rip. This is what it is. This is what it's heading for, and it's not going to be for long. It's temporary. So as long as you get that out the gate, then there's nobody with any type of goals and intentions and anything like that. They know what it is. They can keep it moving.
I love it. I'm coming to you in a minute, Miss Hannah. And Sherry, I've got a question for you. But first, I want to, Master Prophet Levi T says, I just want to rent a scally for the night to such and such. Then she got to go, praise God.
Praise God.
I hope I got it right. Sis, what do you think about this in terms of no time to play around? You think that's fair or unfair if somebody's just gonna be staying there, just been there for cupping season?
Yeah, I've been in that situation where they like Tasha said, they know what it is.
So you was
So
holding all the cards.
pretty much.
Okay.
And they have to
Now,
abide by my rules.
Okay.
okay. Miss Hannah, what do you think? What do you want to add to this?
So I didn't hear the original question. I was in the kitchen.
Well, rule number one was talking about not playing around. Don't play no games. That if the person is there for only a couple of months, they ought to know what this is. You don't have time to be getting to know them, and they ain't there for no long period of time. Get down to it. What do you think?
Oh, I said honestly, I said if that's what you want, then there's nothing wrong with that. You just have to establish that. So we're not going to be cuddling. We're not doing none of that. It's rules to different things. If you want to have a relationship, then we're not meeting each other's parents. We ain't doing none of that. And
I
if
agree.
it's cuffing season or if it's a season is a season. When the season is over, it's time to exit. Do not remain around after the season is over.
Okay, that's fair. I think that's where the problem comes in. Tasha, I agree with you 1,000%. You know what this is, and your boy, that was his famous words. Every time I hear that, the expression, I love him for it because it's a lot of truth in that. Look, you know what this is. Uh, the problem I think comes into it sometimes when people try to be sneaky about it and they want to extend that, because they want to turn it into
Beliefs.
something that it really ain't. So I like what the master prophet says, look, whether it's for a night or, just for a little season, but I was kind of like you, to be honest with you, Bert, in the sense that I'm a little bit like all of them. Kenny's right too. It matters if the woman got a nice body, it really does matter. Because if she's attractive, I'm more willing to put up with a little bit more, to let her get away with a little bit more, But then, like Bird, I'm still kind of mean because I'm very particular about my space and my place. And cuffing entails you're going to likely be having to sleep in my bedroom. So it's a lot of rules go along with making it that far to that back room. It's one thing to bust a nasty bitch down on the couch where, she can sleep on filthy covers and sheets. But when I start closing both eyes and letting you sleep with both my eyes are closed and shit, then it's gonna be it's rules to this game. It's really rules to this game. And unless you you dragging a lot of that wagon, I'm talking about in that sense, for me, you got to be sucking some dick. That ass got to be fat. It got to be clean. You got to be open to all of the things that entails sleeping in my bed, because I'm pretty much going to roll over in the middle of the night, grab titties, ass, give a dick suck, all that kind of stuff. That goes with it. I'm just saying.
What the hell? Okay, got him.
This is just the first one. This is just the first one. We hadn't really got into it.
Yeah, it's always the first one. We don't ever get past 2.
Number 2 is an important one. Don't forget about your friends. When summer rolls around again, you are ready to meet someone new. You will want your best buds to be by your side so you can all chill together. Just because you are temporary, at least in a relationship, doesn't mean you should forget about all the people who were there for you on those lonely nights. Make time for your friends. Is this doable? When you got a temporary person in there, how much time are you realistically going to have for friends? Who is that? I heard somebody commenting in the background.
That's my daughter in the background.
Oh, okay. I thought I was imagining that. Okay.
She laughing as she walked by. But anyway, go ahead.
What do you guys think about making room for friends? Because I have a particular thought on this. Is there time to make room for friends when you locked into the midst of cuffing season?
Yes.
I agree with
you
her.
have.
Yes.
I feel like you have to prioritize that, because when cuffing season over, what you don't want to do is mess up your friendships for somebody you don't want around permanently. Okay. Even if you have someone around permanently, you still don't mess up your friendships. So it's a way to prioritize friendship, penis, and anything else. So it's just how you do it. I feel like you should never mess up not these acquaintances of true friendship. You don't mess that up no matter who you're with. And I just feel like that's something that just goes with growing and maturing as an adult. Like, people you in with, you don't mess that up for one person. Now, don't call me in the middle of, but when it's our time, it's our time. When it's your time, it's your time. As long as everybody know. And usually friends know, because they probably cuffing as well.
Okay. Anybody agree, disagree?
I agree, but let's cut through the bull job. The friends can get you out that cuffing season, and they can actually be a buffer to get you away from that person. You know what I mean? Especially if they want to extend the lease.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, like, if you're hanging out with your boys, you're hanging out with your girl, like, oh, she goes out too much, or he always out with his boys. He ain't it. That's right. I'm not into you, Heifer. It's time for me to keep it moving, and I'm rolling out with my dog. So yeah. Yeah, like hang on to them. Make sure you keep your boys close. You know what I mean? You already set the rules and the parameters. But guess what? They are great buffers, man. They can get you out that sticky situation.
I like that. I like your thinking. Tasha, Kenny, y'all agree or disagree with keeping the friends close, keeping them in the loop?
I agree.
I agree. I agree with both Hannah and Bert. Yeah,
because it is only a temporary type of situation. you know, you have to walk like a really like a tightrope kind of, because you know the smallest infraction, especially if it's not your place, like the smallest thing can get you, you know, set out, especially if it's somewhere that you're trying to live for like the whole. Black, don't please, because Black, stop. Um,
I wasn't
I'm
thinking
just
that.
saying,
I was not thinking that much, but now I am.
that's the first person I thought of. You gotta be careful.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mm.
oh.
See,
Oh.
we know too much
We got
about
some
each other.
examples.
Let me just say
Don't
that.
get
I
yourself in
was not
trouble.
even thinking that. Oh my God. But okay, I actually don't agree with this one. I really and truly don't. I'm being so serious because I associate keeping my friends in a loop with somebody that I'm going to be with long term because I want you to know that person and I respect them enough. If it's a cuffing thing, baby, I'm not opening that door that wide for you to know that much about. That's why I wasn't kidding about sleeping with both eyes closed because you're temporary. I know you're temporary. She might think that this is long term. The truth of the matter is, my friends, they're gonna know enough to know to look, yeah, you know, I got a little old thing, you know, kind of fucking with her, you know what this is, because they too, you know what this is. Tasha, I would never introduce you to some little yay that I had just laying up in here. Hell no. Hell no. I wouldn't want you to see what this bitch look like. I don't want you to know nothing about this bitch. She better pass by when she walk past this camera. She better duck her head. I don't want y'all to see it, get to know that much about her.
What the hell?
Hell no. It ain't even that serious. Keep your monkey ass out of sight. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Out of sight. There's rule. I keep telling you, there's
There's
rules to this
rules.
game, and I don't want my friends to be knowing all that much about you. You're not going to get those privileges. You there for the nighttime. The daytime, you need to be kind of like a vacuum cleaner. Stay in the corner and be real fucking quiet till I plug you in. Then it's time for you to go to work.
Jesus
Let
on
me,
Black, we're
Facebook.
talking about
you know what?
cuffing season, not a sex toy. Jesus.
I was about to say,
Let-
like,
It's
what?
pretty much the same thing.
I got a question. I got a question. Wow, that was crazy. That was hilarious. So what? Okay, so how do you go through this? If you the cuff or the cuff E, how do you approach this season? If you the cuff or the cuff E?
So for me, I would never be the cuffee.
Ah, okay.
I would never ever be the cuffee because I like too much control. You know,
Okay.
to be honest with Tasha shaking her head, you know, it's a horrible thing when a motherfucker could put you out. Now I've been in that situation. That's why we laughing. That's why we're laughing. I've been in that situation when somebody could tell you, get the fuck out of my house. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
know, it's a horrible thing when you know you caught in that awkward position. And so I would bust my hump making sure that I keep a roof over my head, even if it ain't the best place, so that I'm the supreme master god in here. I control the lighting, the heat, the temperature, what we gonna eat. I can have steaks. I have steaks and everything that bitch. Tonight we eating cup of soup, bitch. That's what you gonna eat.
So you gonna always be the
You
cuffer.
is walking a
You ain't gonna never
tightrope
be the
tonight.
cuffee. So
It's
you gonna
gonna
be the
take one
cuffer.
person to pop in here, and it's
That's
gonna
your
take
boy.
it wrong.
Jerry, that's your brother.
Just acting up.
Look, I'm gonna keep saying there's rules to this game. There's
It
rules
is.
I
to this
get it.
game.
I get it.
It
I
is.
get it.
Sis, you want to
Okay.
add something before I go to number 3?
Well, brother, you know how I am. My friends, they gonna know he temporary, and they gonna tell him you only here for a season. You know that.
New York
Okay.
stuff. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What?
My
Okay.
brother, Mr. Real Estate Insider says, great feeling being 100% in control of your own damn space.
Yeah.
I respect that.
It ain't nothing like it, and there's rules to this game. Number 3, y'all, don't get attached too easily. I think this one is important. If you and your cuff buddy have agreed to be in a minimal relationship, that won't last through the whole year, it's a good idea to keep your emotions guarded. You don't want to end up with a person with your head on the chopping block, do you? You probably hope that you will mutually agree when it's time to call it, not that you'll end up hurt. Likewise, you don't want to hurt another person with what you have to say and what you do. Don't let them get too attached, and you know exactly what I'm talking about if you know the relationship will be over soon. How much does emotion come into it in this scenario? Do you guys think, if you, even if you've never been into this, been a cuffer or the cuffy, how much does emotion play into this? And I'm gonna start with my sister first, real quick, because you talked about being in control as the woman, and he knew what it was. I'm asking you for a reason, because I know emotion played a part into it. So how did you deal with that, sis, knowing that you knew what the deal was, but he thought it was for long term?
Well, I didn't give a damn what he thought. To be honest with you, I mean, he
Wow.
could think what he want to think. I know what it was. Yeah,
Mm.
my emotion, feelings, and emotion got into it, but I can get them right out just as fast, and I did
Okay.
just that.
So your emotions got wrapped up in it as well.
Yes, it did.
Okay.
That's why he
Okay.
lasted as long as he did. But when I was ready for him to go, see you later.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
What do you guys think
Mm.
about this? Since I'm putting you back on mute because of the feedback.
Mm.
What about emotions? While you thinking about it, Kenny, come to you, Tasha. Because again, how much did emotion play into the situation? I'll let you elaborate.
I'll say this. It depends. Number one, don't try to cuff with anybody that you have something, or maybe you had like a whole other situation with somebody. Don't ever cuff like that. If you're gonna cuff with somebody, cuff with someone that you don't really know. You two really don't have like any history like that. It's gonna be hard because that person is going to be in your intimate spaces, especially if you're gonna be sharing a bedroom. So it's really easy to get caught up in it doing that pillow talk, or and that
Mhm.
person is always there just for you to like vent to. It's a lot easier said than done. I think it has the potential to where it could lead to a good friendship, but that's
Okay.
all that it should be.
Okay. I like that point you made about pillow talk
Mhm.
because yeah, that's where it gets tricky. Brother Kenny, I think you was gonna have something to say, or Bert, either one. I'm coming to you last, Hannah.
You want to go, Ken?
I want you to bring us home.
Yeah, I'm gonna let brother Bert bring us home. That could be a slippery slope to maneuver when you talk about that, because especially when you talk about bringing emotions in that involved. Sometimes they ain't really trying to hear what you trying to say. It's like, yo, this is just uh Negro,
That's
you just here for the night. So and sometimes we be like, yo, that thing was like, nah, I ain't trying to leave like that. So some guys ain't gonna get that, and then some women be feeling like, I ain't trying to leave right now. So there, you got to have that communication has to be paramount about, okay, this is what it is at the beginning. We ain't trying to catch no feelings, and this is what we doing. So if you're not on that same page, man, yeah, this could be problems. This one in particular.
that's why I said that. I'm coming to you next, Bert. And the New York Real Estate Insider, he highlights it. He says, I think even when I'm upfront about my intentions of it's just screwing and chilling, the chicks get in their feelings. They are attracted to the honesty, and it wets that ass. You make
Mm.
y'all see your mouth open. It's
Oh, what that
true that
is.
because sometimes it has the reverse effect. Because I think
Right.
people sometimes think I can change that your mind. Oh, I'm gonna put it on
Mm-hmm.
you so good, male and female wise. Oh, I ain't
Right.
going nowhere. So, Brother Bird and Sister Hunter, what do you think?
You know what? I'm gonna piggyback off of both, but I thought where Tasha was going, I thought she was going as far as, making sure you don't get caught up into somebody that you might have certain things in common. You know, that can be a danger. Now that's gonna be a slippery slope, because even though you might want to keep it as something just short term, I mean, you know, if that person is feeling how the way you move, or y'all might have like the same energy, or might have the same likes, or you know, you might actually are compatible. You know, that can be a sticky situation. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you got to make sure, and it's tough. That it's like I said, it's easier said than done. But at the end of the day, you got to make sure that whoever you picking, you got to make sure you're able to detach, and they're able to detach from you just as quickly.
Good point.
You know,
very good point. Very, very, very good point. And I do think that can be difficult sometimes. What do you say, Sister Hannah?
Mm-hmm.
I like what everyone said. I'll say this though. It's hard sometimes to keep emotions depending on what you're doing. Like Tasha said, no pillow talk. The pillow talk will get you in trouble. Also, no raw dogging. Because once you hit it raw,
disagree.
I feel like once you're hit it, I think how you know what I was gonna say?
No, I thought about
I feel like once you, depending on how it is, once you hit it raw, sometimes depending on the person, like depending on the person, because everybody's different.
Right.
I feel like sometimes if and also if you use the condom first and then hit it raw is the difference as well. Because of the different type of emotion attached. I feel like you have to keep a distance if you don't want emotions to attach. But sometimes it's not. Everybody say women, we are emotional, but sometimes men can get attached depending on the conversation. So I 100% think that you should never have pillow talk at all in a situationship.
Tasha, Tasha, I want you to comment on this, but Eddie Murphy said a long time ago, when that man make you go, ooh.
I agree. Condoms say that is not sex. That don't count. So I completely agree.
That's what
Bert did not say these hoes is crazy. Now that's not what he said.
Oh, that was a good
translation. He said that's what he heard.
That's not what he said.
But is it pillow talk?
That's that selective hearing. That's that selective hearing Charles talking about.
Tasha, why did you say though raw dogging don't matter?
It doesn't matter. You're gonna get attached no matter what, depending on what they do anyway. But for me, it's not. It doesn't count if you don't feel it. You don't even count it. It don't even count. So.
Well, why y'all talking if you can't feel it? The season is over.
It don't count. Okay.
It don't count.
It don't count. Mm-mm.
So for me, I have a completely different take.
That don't count.
I have number one. You know, I'm likely going to be using a condom. You know, because again, if I know that she's just here for the cuffing season, I damn sure don't want to slip up and have no baby with this trifling bitch. You know, so I'm not going to take those kind of chances. You know, any babies that I pour into her, they going down her throat. Now, having said that,
I saw that coming.
Kitty, you killing me, man. But okay. But having said that, why y'all looking at me like I'm crazy? Having said that,
what do you mean?
You know, she cannibalizing any kids that come from me. You know, I'm just saying. You know, Charles, you are so right. That's why I get things straight.
And Tasha think it's hilarious.
Okay, I'm actually trying to get to a serious point. I really am trying to get to a serious point. But Charles, you killing me with your comments too, talking about pin them legs back and put them on your shoulders. It counts, condom or raw. That's where I agree with you, and I want to highlight that.
See, you doing
it
too
still
much
counts
for
me, Tasha. Condom, it still counts. Now I might not be able to feel it all the way, but it's just the act of it. But here's my thing: I've always been able. I've told people this. My head is stronger than my heart. I put this on everything I hold dear. I left a marriage where I loved my wife. I loved her. You know, and so my heart was 1,000% in, but my head has always been stronger than my heart. This head, not the other one. And so I've had to make some hard decisions on somebody I was attracted to, I like. And so, number one, the pillow talk kind of thing, I can do that and still manage to stay just enough detached because I've already preconceived in my head that this is a ride that is coming to an end. I know this. So I'm only going to go so far emotionally anyway. So I don't mind opening up the little pillow talk if it's going to enhance the sex session, you know. Absolutely. I'm going to, I want the person to feel comfortable so she can do the most absurd sexual shit to me for that little period while she's laying there. But then I'm not going to go so far that I'm too deep in because I know on the front end this is not going to work. It's not going to last long. And my head is going to rule that situation, even if we got something in common. Because me personally, I've had some of the best pussy they ever created out there. I'm talking about top shelf. And even them pussies, a cape never came out the room and flew around. I never saw heaven open up, you know, And I mean, I've had some bad bitches in my time. And but even then, raw dog or not, I knew what it was. I always knew what it was.
I wanted to add something to this though. Specifically about, I think that this rule also, it matters in like the power dynamics. If you're the cuffee, if you're the one getting cuffed, then I think they're going to lean a little bit more in trying to extend the stay, like, at an
True.
Airbnb.
True.
So they're going to be doing the
Yeah.
complete
Absolutely.
opposite.
Absolutely.
Right. I agree with
Absolutely.
that for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Two
Yeah,
comments
let them
before I
extend
move
the
to the
lease.
next one. Charles said, if we just fucking, why are we even talking? I can kind of agree with that, but Charles, you got to talk a little bit, to at
You
least
gotta,
get
you
the,
gotta say, you gotta say something. I
yeah,
don't,
you just can't bring the
how,
bitch
how,
in
how,
and spin her
how's the
around and
weather?
stuff yourself
You
in her
gotta say
and tell her
something.
to be quiet. You
Yeah,
worse than me.
you gotta, yeah, you gotta ask about the weather or something.
Right, you gotta
You
make a
got to
little
keep it
small talk.
limited though, because you don't want them to try
how
to
was your
extend the
day?
lease.
Yeah,
Right, but you gotta have a little
something.
talk. And Lamb, I disagree with you. He says cupping means spooning and resting this thing between them cheeks and percolating ever so gently. That's how bitches get pregnant.
No.
Yeah.
That's how bitches get pregnant. My partner right now, he got multiple kids because he rested that thing between them legs and laid up in that pussy. I'm gonna tell you right now,
And,
as
and,
many
and
a
then
piece
that's
of
how
pussy that he wish he hadn't rested.
and that's how they become a squatter, because then they ain't gonna leave. So
Soft
yeah,
like
you
peanut
gotta be
butter says
careful
there
with
has
that.
to be some form of verbiage. There got to be a
Yeah.
little bit of talking, Charles. There
It's
got to be a little bit
women.
of
Yeah,
talking.
you got to get consent, R. Kelly. Jesus Christ.
Damn, she
Charles.
called him R.
Yeah,
Kelly.
Oh,
Damn, Charles. I know you ain't gonna let that shit ride. But let's go
I
to
just
number
told them
4.
earlier. They literally just said it 4 hours ago.
Rule number 4, Cuffin, don't change your Facebook status to end a relationship too fast. I don't even think I have to read this, but I do
Duh.
want to talk about the fact that when people change that status to the end a relationship, when it's how much damage can you do? I'm asking it a different way by making that person believe that it's something that it's not.
That's why people want snack.
Boom. I was
Yeah,
going to say the same thing.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Kenny.
you
I'm
could
sorry.
definitely you can definitely send some mixed signals with that. That's why I don't mess around with that. Leave that damn relationship status on them damn social medias alone. So you ain't got to even deal with them questions. Well, I'm just saying that's for me during cuffing season. But yeah, don't even mess with it.
Facts. I don't think you should change it.
Everybody agree with that?
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. Yeah.
Except that there's always
I
an
know.
exception to a rule. There's always an exception to the rule. Now, if the bitch is bad, fellas, be honest here. Brother Poston, you don't have to answer this one.
I'm doing it. He
But
can answer. He grown.
I'm just saying. But Charles, Lamb, I got a question for you. If the bitches, I'm talking about, she bona fide bad. She bona fide bad. Don't the lies just naturally come out and you tell this bitch whatever you need to tell her in that moment? Am I just that liar?
No,
Real say this out of says honesty is the best policy and keep reminding they ass.
Yeah, that I agree with the real estate insider, but that's easier said than done too. Because when you get caught up in the moment, shit, man, you just saying whatever you need to say to slap them cheeks.
That's
Kenny.
she said soft like butter says people still lying for pussy.
Yeah.
I ain't
Yeah.
never
Yes.
stopped
Yeah.
lying. Soft
Yeah.
like peanut butter.
Yeah, they
I
are.
ain't never stopped lying. I'm
I-
alive today.
yeah,
Look me
they are.
cold in the
Yeah,
ground.
they are. Yeah, they
So I'm
are.
cold in the
Soft
ground.
like peanut butter.
Sweetheart, it's my job to tell you whatever you need to hear to drop them drawers. That's my job. Tasha, there was a retort to you calling him
R.
R.
Kelly, what
Kelly.
was it?
He said, wipe the nut off your lips before you talk to me, please and thank you.
Are you just mad that your dick wasn't long enough to put any nut on these lips?
Oh,
We're moving
Oh.
right along.
Okay.
Charles,
Kitty,
leave me the fuck alone. I'm telling you, leave me the fuck alone.
Kitty's face is crazy. Charles say, early on in my life, I lied about everything, but now I get more pussy telling the truth.
It sounds like a lie.
And then she adds, so if a woman going to fuck you, she will fuck you regardless. Just give her the option up front. I actually disagree.
Okay.
I think on
I
the front
agree.
end, that sounds great in theory. And I do think women in general, you can see a guy and think, you know what? I think I'm going to give him some pussy. But I think we as men can talk ourselves out of pussy just the way we can talk ourselves in.
Right,
And so if
right.
that's
I agree
true,
with
the
that.
reverse is also true. And so my thing is, I'm living proof that there's many a time where I've been in many pieces of pussy I had no business being in, but lies got me in. If you sit and you listen, and you respond in kind, I can't tell you how many pieces of pussy that's out there right now that think I'm a high-level executive in Walmart, that I work for Amazon, that I do all kinds of stuff. You do what you got to do to make it happen.
That's what you.
Fake it till you make it. Fake it till you
If
make
that's
it.
what y'all think.
And it don't have to be disrespectful, but I agree with you. You definitely gonna talk yourself out of it if you disrespectful. But let me ask you a question, sweetheart. Be honest now. How many guys, whether they were disrespectful, they just said some stupid shit, and all of a sudden he went from I think I'm gonna give him some to I don't even know. I've seen women look at a man and look at his shoes and decide I can't fuck him. I like everything from head to toe, but then I looked at his shoes or he'll smile and he got a missing tooth or some shit or some. It happens. So sometimes we have to put on these airs to get what we gonna get. That was my brother Gene popping in. What's going on, bro? We can't hear you. What's going on? That's my brother Gene.
Is she muted?
She is muted. Okay, I'm sorry. What's up, Gene?
I'm good. How you doing, man?
We're doing all right, brother. Welcome to the show. Your opinion is welcome. Your opinion is welcome.
See,
all right.
I'm gonna listen in, as Sherry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Stuff like Butter says, I met women like that also. The shoes are a complete turn off. And I wasn't making that up. I have a very good friend. When we used to go to the club, she used to sit by the bathroom and the man could walk up and matter of fact, I got that pussy because I had some fly shoes on. You know what I'm saying?
What?
And my shoe game was back then. My shoe game was so tight. Even niggas used to compliment. I go in the bathroom now. Nobody likes a guy talking to him in the bathroom. But I had niggas like, damn, I like those shoes, man. And I'm looking up like, look, don't be talking to me in the bathroom and shit. But she actually gave me that pussy because my shoe game was so tight. And so who knows what going through you women's head and why y'all let us in that box. But it doesn't matter why you let me in there. I'm just glad you let me in there. Hard, soft, or what? It don't even matter. As long as I'm in there, it don't even matter.
Goddamn shit.
All right, number 5
Cuffing season.
of cuffing rules for cuffing season. Don't buy your cuffing partner an extravagant holiday gift. Who would even make this mistake? To buy somebody an extravagant gift around the winter holiday season, but is it okay if you got it? I'm asking a question in this group because we talked about on another show about spending habits in today's dating environment and what the expectation is. So if you're buying somebody a gift, how far are you willing to go? Because they say it ain't tricking if you got it. So if you balling like that and the bitch is in your house and you buy her something real nice, have you fucked up?
No, you haven't. I mean, my thing is this. If you know that somebody just there just for the meantime, then you also got to keep it in your mind that, hey, listen, you can't go all out because she or he might take it some type of way or might thinking that, this might be deeper than what it really is. Now, alternatively, if you are that type of person, then you gotta count the cost. If you give them something fly, you gotta understand. You better know how to wiggle your ass up out that situation, because guess what? Somebody's gonna be looking to extend that lease. So you just gotta be careful, and you gotta be calculating on what you do. You know what I'm saying? But anything can be interpreted as, hey, maybe they want to do this a little bit. This might be a little bit deeper than what I thought it was going to be, than what he said or what she said. So you just gotta be careful with it. But I mean, as long as you know what you're doing, as long as you got an escape plan, then you should be straight. But you gotta be careful with that. Even if you got it, you gotta be careful. And when we were talking about it the last time, that's somebody that you're really interested in.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as this situation, I mean, if you just somebody that like to do stuff like that, then
see, the only reason I brought that up is because remember we were talking about a first date, so you actually don't know this person all the way yet either. But I want to ask my women, I want to ask my ladies, soft like peanut butter, Sherry and Tasha. Women are noted for giving really nice gifts, and and matter of fact, one of the things that when I'm buying a gift for somebody, guess who I go to for advice to get a good gift? Women. Because if it's left up to me, they're probably going to get something really cheap. Tasha, Sherry have walked me through 100 times. No, don't get that. No, I'll get them something nice. And so women are noted for giving really nice gifts. What do you guys think about this? And as you think about this, the real estate insider said, well, I've lost then because I'm spending. So he don't mind spending.
I would say this, just in terms of just giving the gifts, like Bert said, be careful because it might have certain, like for whoever you're giving it to might have certain ramifications where they think that it's supposed to be going another direction. Okay. So like you said, just keep giving those constant reminders, like it's the holiday season, whatever it is, just give the gift, but also give it with the right intention too. Don't give them something nice and then when you go to put them out, keep the shit and be like, well, it's mine, I'm taking it back. Give it to them and let them have it.
Which brings me to Miss Toria's point. She said, give them a get out gift. So I don't know what a get out gift is. If it's too good, Miss Toria, they ain't going to want to leave. And soft like peanut butter, rule number 5 was don't give that person an extravagant gift because they're not there for the long haul. They just there for cuffing season. And I know that women like to give really nice gifts. And that's why I was asking, would you guys be making that error? Sherry, would you give a really nice gift to somebody that you just cuffing with?
No, he the cuffy. He ain't getting no motherfucking gift from me anyway. I am the gift.
Yeah. Sherry said, I am the gift. Damn that.
I'm gonna give you advice. How you if you only got a certain time.
Soft like peanut butter. She a boss with it. She says, I say no gift at all. I'm tending to lean with you, soft like peanut butter. I think it sets the wrong expectation when you start giving gifts because Tasha, you said something very beginning. You said, you know what this is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that when you coming in for that season, you know what this is. You're there for a fun time and out a long time. I agree 1,000%. And so that's why, I'm kind of this mindset about not giving too much. That's why you don't feed these bitches nothing real good because you don't want to set the bar too high. Somebody come in and they there for a couple of months and you cooking and they eating steak and broccoli and potatoes and shit and barbecue ribs. there you go. I'm not feeding them that. You got to keep the expectations real low that you know what, you got to give them struggle meals. Now when they leave out to run errands and shit, you eat what you need to eat, to keep yourself full and happy. But I'm saying,
That part.
but to keep shit fair, you have to give them struggle meals.
So there's different levels to cuffing, is what we're seeing. There's different
Don't give
It's
them
levels
shit.
to this shit. It's levels to this shit. But she
Oodles
said,
and noodles?
Soft Like Butter said, but if it comes naturally, you can't help but give top shelf. It's not your fault. And
No,
that's where
so-
I think for women, you can get in trouble, because if I was the cuffee and you giving me a nice gift, you sending a signal to me that I ain't leaving here. Shit,
Right.
I'm doing my best to curl up in a ball to stay as long as I can.
Right.
Hannah?
I'll say this. Me personally, I am big on giving. Like, I know Bert get mad because I'm too giving sometimes. However, if we're just it's after we can cuss, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we just fucking, I'm not giving you shit. Because I know how I am, and I wouldn't give you a damn thing because you might take it as more than what it is. And it's just me in general. So I do feel I agree with all y'all. I agree with you, Black, and the person who said it, peanut butter.
I respect that.
I wouldn't give a damn thing.
Now she wanted to clarify.
I'm with Sherry though. You are the gift. Pussy in a bow.
Her last comment, she wanted to clarify when she said talking about if it comes naturally, you can't help but give top shelf. I'm assuming you said you referring to sex. Now, baby, I love that.
I mean,
I love that. I wouldn't expect nothing less. You can't. So again, you can't cuff and give half level sex. You sleeping under my roof. You know what I'm saying? So now the expectation is that's why I said that's where the lies come into. I'm gonna pour as much honey in your ears so you could do every nasty, freaky, no good thing that I need you to do at the highest level. After all, you're getting a warm place to stay, hot water, cups of soup, shit, blankets, TV, all that shit. I'm just saying. So the sex have to be on a high level.
Put cups of soup.
Hell yeah, soup is
you
good.
Want good sex with some ramen.
Well, then guess what?
Hell yeah.
You got to be careful what your cuffing season is. Because your cuffing season is around the holiday season. It's a sticky situation.
Cuffing season is
around right. I agree with that, Bert. I agree with
that.
No, cuffing season can be any season.
No, cuffing season is when it's cold.
No, not really.
No, it is. Because nobody want to be on the
traditionally, cuffing season is when it's cold, but I get your point.
You know what I'm saying?
I get your point, but traditionally it's when it's cold because that's usually when people seek out that shelter.
I want you in the summer,
which gives me time.
That's whole season.
Which gives me time for one last one. We're not gonna get to all 11 of the rules. And number 6 is based on what you just said, Bird. Is don't let go of your summer fling. Don't let go of your summer fling. Says you don't want to begin something new if you are still involved with someone else. After all, you must have known that your summer fling was a short-term relationship, or else you wouldn't be calling it a summer fling. So, in essence, what I'm getting from this is, even though you locked down for this little short period of time to keep cold, don't let go of that other thing you might have other feelings for and you plan on going back to. You know what I'm saying?
Well, then, okay. Well, here's the dilemma. If you already got a summer fling, why would you need a cuffing fling? Just
it's two different things.
With the summer fling.
Thank you.
Until the
Kenny.
Sling.
Those are two different things. And explain to them why those are two separate things.
Okay. Explain to me.
I'll explain this. First of all, sometimes who you want to cuff with inside closed doors is not who you want out in the summer. Two different body types.
Preach.
Two different things.
Preach.
So if I want to see you behind closed doors, you might not mean I want to see you outside in the sun and the beach.
Preach.
It's two different things.
That's real. That's real.
So if you're going to be cuffing, right?
Ladies, is she telling the truth or is she lying?
No, she's telling the truth.
Your cuffing is coming around Christmas and Valentine's Day. So when you cut that shit
No,
off,
you cut off before Valentine's Day.
Definitely.
That's what you mean. You don't know
Definitely.
What about
Virgo
Christmas?
is
Definitely.
me. He don't know the cut.
I'm just saying.
Definitely.
I'm just saying that I don't fuck with you. I'm not trying to do all that shit. Is just too complicated.
So you
like,
cut off before Valentine's.
She's
It's
right.
oh,
September.
man.
And you're
That's
right,
a lot of
Sneaky.
math.
You're right. Peanut
Can
butter.
I say
It's
one
a
thing?
sneaky link.
From
Go ahead.
Different from
September,
a sneaky link. Go ahead.
from
Tasha, and I want you
September,
to explain.
from September until around, depending on what city you live in, because sometimes it warms up faster. So it goes upon the city. September, it gets a little cold. You start warming them up in August. September, you in there. Before Valentine's Day, you have to find something else because they're thinking they're getting a gift or they think they're going to be a Valentine.
I agree,
You could
but
be
I-
a
but
Valentine,
I don't agree with
but
your
not a
timeline.
relationship.
But your
That's bullshit.
timeline
So what
for
about
me
Christmas?
is short. But my timeline is shorter. You know.
Yeah.
So what about
September-
Christmas?
Christmas don't count. You don't
September,
get
I'm
family
still
time.
living off the summer thing. So for me, it's the end of September. You know, it's the beginning of October when you start thinking,
Oh.
man, it's about to get cold. So I might need to get me a bed
It's
warmer
warmer
here.
down there.
And you got to get them out of there, you know, at the onset of February. Because you don't want to get caught with them in Valentine's Day because, you know, like she said, that's bringing gifts. But Tasha, explain to everybody, what's the difference between a sneaky link then and a cuffing?
So a
partner?
sneaky link is strictly somebody, how I define a sneaky link is somebody that you strictly you only basically communicate with them through a text message or through a very 20-second phone call. Are you awake? That's it. You go, you do what you do, and then you leave. There is no spending the night. There's none of that.
Call.
It is just you meet up to do what you got to do, and then you split. That's it.
So it's an up-to-date booty call.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, absolutely. Now I want to give my take on answer your question, Brother Kenny, because you talked about if you got a summer thing. This is my personal belief, and it served me well for those that know. Women is the most arrogant sons of bitches on this face of this planet in the summer. Arrogant as fuck. You know, in the summer they have way too many options. You know, bodies are showing, and I'm talking about even women that don't got no goddamn business showing their body. They still out there arrogant as all get out because somebody likes them. Let's just be honest. You know, you see, I mean, truly afflicted bitches walking around in the summer, you know, still with their head up in the air. It's something about that cold breeze that humbles bitches that I really, really like. And that's where I take full advantage. That's where the soup comes into play, you know. And because if I got somebody I'm fucking with in the summer, honestly speaking, she probably just popping by every now and then and suck a little dick, you know. And I ain't the only dick she's sucking, you know. Every now and then she fuck a little bit, but she got options. But in the winter, when it's cold, women generally don't like cold weather. A lot of times, mentally, emotionally, the holiday season is very tough on them as well. They don't want to be alone. And so this is where you can take advantage. Fellas, take advantage of Father Winter. Take advantage of the Christmas season. Even in the winter, they're not going to even walk around and they hot as shit. They having the worst shit in the world. Hair all fucked up, bonnets on their head, long, thick flannel pajamas on, you know, and they figure you ought to just take a pussy anyway. You know, but in the summertime, they wear all the little frilly shit anyway. So if you're the cuffer, and like I said, you in full control of the situation, that's when you turn the heat up. And bitch, around here, you're going to walk around in a t-shirt. I need to see some skin, somebody. You know, and I'm going to feed you what I need for just enough to keep you going and energy going. But you are going to get a real good hot bath. You can use my good towels, and you can sleep in the bed.
Like you make it sound like
Who's wearing
like a
flannels?
concubine or some shit. Like God.
You don't have high blood pressure because you're on top line.
But who's wearing flannel?
In the winter, y'all wear some of the most fucked up things in the winter, you know, because you cold as fuck.
They damn sure do.
Women don't wear flannel no more.
I still see it. Attractive women, you know, in the winter or covered all up. Look, if you're gonna be spending the night here, I need to see ass and titties walking around here. Now,
No, for
I
real.
actually
Women still
like
wear
it
flannel.
cold in my house, because cold weather constricts the capillaries and makes their nipples real hard and shit. So, I still need it a little bit cold, but I just got to keep it to where if it's, I said at the beginning, it's rules to this game. Just so you know, we didn't get to the other reasons, folks. I'll just read them off. It says, do be honest about your expectations. Do find someone you enjoy being around. Do have something to watch on your television. Do practice safe sex.
No,
Do have
Yes.
fun. Do
me
have
to
fun.
me.
Tasha
You
said,
know what?
caution through the wind. It ain't sex for Tasha if the shit ain't raw dog.
What the hell?
You wasting her time if you ain't raw dogging.
Are you serious?
Somebody gonna be on the
She's
episode
so
of Snap or something.
She's so serious.
Oh, I hate Uggs.
She's so serious.
If you
So
under
anyway.
15, you shouldn't have one. If you over 15, you should. Okay.
I
So
love Uggs.
we didn't get to all
New
the
York
reasons,
is different. I'm talking about down here.
Oh, okay.
I don't mind even. I don't really. Honestly, I don't give a shit what
Thigh
you got
high
on.
boots.
I don't really give a shit what you got on. I don't care if you got hair on your head or teeth in your mouth. Long as your hygiene is pretty much on point, then I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So,
All right, I need you to care about something like that.
all that's
Trying to feel the ridges in your mouth.
when them lights go, I sleep in total darkness with a face mask on. So when the lights go out, everybody Halle Berry, goddammit.
Oh my Jesus!
Shit, no, they ain't.
Go ahead
No,
and
that's a
demon.
lie. No, they ain't. That's a lie. Ain't
Yeah,
all
he
ain't
said
Halle
absolutely
Berry.
not.
No, some of them Chuck Berry, goddamn.
All right, now you ain't gotta be that rough.
Now, Kitty, I be done looked at the bitch and put the lights on.
Y'all be acting up.
Some of them Fred Berry rerun from What's Happening.
Soft like peanut butter. Before I close the show, soft like peanut butter, I said, where are your standards? To answer that question,
He don't have none soft.
No, I have
soft like
standards.
peanut butter.
I have standards. I have standards. For me, at this stage of my life, hygiene is at the top of the list. I never cared about a woman's face. I could kill it. You could be the most beautiful person in the world. For me, my standards fall in with hygiene. But honestly, if you got some dick sucking lips, some nice titties enough to grab on, not too big for my hands, got small hands, a fat pumping ass, a deep plain pussy, you pretty much can get it with me. I don't care about if you got legs. I don't care about your hair. Care about your teeth. You can have a couple of limbs and all that kind of shit. All those gonna get in the way either. If you meet those standards, you pretty much can get it from me.
What's dick sucking lips?
Equal opportunity.
Just like us
as men,
don't worry about it, Sherry. You
Right.
ain't got to worry about that, Sherry. We know
Exactly.
what it is. Don't worry about it, Sherry.
Every man that's out here that's hearing the sound of my voice, we can look at a woman and we can tell she can suck some dick.
First of all,
that's
I feel some type of way about that.
I'm just saying. So she can just be a torso and get it. I have fucked midgets, women with missing limbs. It's all the same, sweetheart. It's all the same.
Missing limbs?
Absolutely.
You want to leave Tasha alone,
it's
Charles.
all
That's
the
the
same.
last
Sick of Charles. Sick of him. Sick, block him. Unfriend him. Whatever it is.
When you think about it, what you need that what do you really need that extra leg for? It's kind of in the way when you really think about it and shit.
What? You don't want legs?
I'm just saying when you think about it, it's just a little bit of extra work and shit. Like what their hands will do. Women suck dick without their hands, so you really don't need your hands and shit, and your arms and stuff. Yeah, I mean, come on. When you really think about it, when you boil it all down and you get right down to it, a really good torso is pretty much what you need. That inner core, that inner strength.
Good night. That's it for me. I'm logging fuck off.
Anyway.
So we just know
fucking is what he's talking about.
If this is your first time, welcome to
We up here with
Real
Nightmare
Talk
Before Christmas.
For Real Men. This has been our cuffing season edition show. We do this every year. I hope that I brought a little bit of levity to you. It's all fun. It's mixed with some raw truths because I ain't lying, but it is all fun. I hope I made you laugh though, but I also hope I made you think. In a real world, there are fucked up people out there just like me who think just like me. Just so you know, and I'm being so honest about that. But at the same time, I love them hoes. I love them more than they love themselves. Just remember that. So, Brother Kenny,
What the fuck? What the hell?
if you've enjoyed this content and Soft Like Peanut Butter says she have enjoyed it, come on back, Soft Like Peanut Butter, and come on
Yeah.
to the
Come on
show
back,
live.
soft like peanut butter.
Come on to the show
Yeah, for
live. We
sure.
would love to have you. We welcome
Kenny,
you.
Kenny.
We are not gonna
Put the
hurt
Barry
you.
White
You
voice
know,
on.
I
Kenny, put the
promise we are not
practice
gonna
you
hurt you.
preach on.
As we head into the holidays, we are not gonna hurt you. Our show on Saturday, give you a little precursor, because we likely gonna be off for the holiday season. On Saturday, we're gonna be talking about holiday etiquette for friends.
Mm.
Just so you
Oh,
know.
I
Be
like
here
prepared.
that.
we go.
Be prepared.
I
Holiday
like that.
etiquette for friends. It's gonna
Here
get
we
real.
go.
Let me just say that. It's gonna get real. Brother Kenny, if you don't mind taking us home, this is the one of the figureheads here in TFG. Tell everybody where they can find shows like this and shows that got even better content. We all do our thing. And Soft Like Butter, he getting ready to tell you exactly where you can find us.
I'll get ready to tell you just where you need to find these shows, soft like peanut butter. If you love this show tonight, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel TFG Uncut, TFG Ratchet, Real Talk for Real Men. You can catch the host Lee Black and his co-host Miss Tasha on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central, right here. TFG Uncut, TFG Ratchet, and Real Talk for Real Men. And on Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, they're gonna be giving it to you straight with no chaser. Make sure you come back, soft like peanut butter. Make sure you like and subscribe and share this to all your social
Please.
media platforms as well. Miss Tasha and the host Lee Black, they're gonna keep you entertained, and we glad that you came in and sat in with us. Hope you had a good time. Now on Fridays and Sundays, you can catch the Real Estate Insider with Lamb Levity, Lamar Falk. You can catch him. As always, you can catch him on Fridays and Sundays on the Real Estate Insider YouTube channel on Fridays and Sundays. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to those channels. He gives away, so if you get a little bit of shopping money in your make sure you check him out on Fridays. I want to say he comes on at 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern on Fridays, and then on Sundays he comes on at that same time. Make sure you go check him out. He's giving away free money. So you got to come watch his shows, though. You got to subscribe to his channel. That's the Real Estate Insider on YouTube. Now, on Saturdays, if you like a little bit of sports, I'm your sports guy, the guy, Kendrick. You can catch me on Saturday mornings, 11 a.m. on TFG Sports Media. 11 a.m. I'm giving it to you straight with no chaser. Guess what, guys? I am at 901 subscribers. So I need 99 more subscribers to get to 1,000. And it's on and popping. So you make sure you come check out TFG Sports Media, 11 a.m. on Saturdays. And we're going to talk a little bit of sports. And then don't leave. Again, Miss Tasha on Saturdays at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Come check out Real Talk for Real Men on TFG Ratchet, TFG Cut, where they're going to give it to you and we're going to have a good time. Now, on Sundays, again, like I told you, can check out the Real Estate on his channel on YouTube. He's giving you a look at all the some of the homes from some of the stars that still have their homes, but some of them have been taken. I don't want to say they've been repossessed, but some of them been taken. But you can go check them out. He can check him out on Sundays. Now on Monday, TFG Tonight with your boy, myself, the host is Brendan Haynes with me, Lee Black and Devin Devine. Y'all come check us out at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 8 p.m. Central. If you missed this past Monday show, please go watch this past Monday show, TFG Tonight, because you will definitely be entertained. We had We had a
It was
lot of
good.
shenanigans going on, but we kept you entertained. So make sure you subscribe to that TFG Tonight on YouTube with the host Brendan Haynes, myself, Lee Black, and Devin Devine. Go check that out. Now on Tuesdays, the wrap up with Lamar Falk and Charles. They giving it to you straight with no chaser. They're going over all the TFG his and hers. If you're not on that, make sure you go to the wrap up on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you go check them out on Tuesdays as well. And then we have religious programming with Ms. Val on Pearls and Wisdoms on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern. So we got it for everybody. Soft like peanut butter. Come check us out. Make sure you like and subscribe to all those channels. And we glad that you checked us out. It's all good in the neighborhood. Back to you, my guy, Brother Black. And I gotta say this before I get out. Rest in peace to my big cuz, Charles Lee Parker. The holiday season is cool for everybody, but a lot of us are dealing with the loss of loved ones.
Absolutely.
So also, man, just think about the ones as loved ones and just a prayer up for them and their families. So anyway, I'm out. Back to you, Black.
Thank you, Brother Kenny. And I wanted to end on that note.
My condolences.
You know, there's a lot going on, folks. Real life is happening. When
Thank
we
you.
shut this camera off, we all got things that's going on. But I just hope that when you tune in, can come on back. We just try to use this time to be family, have a little fun, be silly, you know, make you think a little bit. And so I appreciate all the support, you know, that anybody shows when they take the time out of their busy schedule to come and have a little fun with us. I love you. I appreciate you. And just know that on Real Talk, from the very beginning, it's always been about love. We have fun. No opinions are thrown out. They're all welcome. We only have one rule, and Tasha knows. We can agree to disagree without being disagreeable. This is a safe space, safe environment. So we welcome you to come on live. You are welcome, any and everybody. This is how we do. And so I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Be good to each other. My prayers are with anybody out there.
Let me ask you something real quick, Black. Are y'all gonna be on? Are y'all gonna be on next Wednesday? Are y'all gonna be on next Wednesday? Because I know that's the day before Thanksgiving. So I just want to let those that may look for you.
Yeah,
okay.
Tasha and I, we are going to take that time for ourselves to eat, get fat, you know, and get our mental together. So, you know, even though my cuffing didn't quite work out, there's some bitch out there that want to come through. I got a pretty nice place. So the invitation,
you can come this way.
You know, no, I'm talking about cuffing for the whole season. You know, now if you got a couple of friends that I could drag back, you know what? I wouldn't mind a weekend cuffing. So I am open. The invitation is open to weekend cuffing. You don't got to stay all week. Come stay on the weekend. You know, I treat you like a queen. Eat that pussy. If it's clean. You know, feed you a little something. Send you on back your way. So until I see you again. Everybody have a good time. Keep it real as always. God bless.
Kenny, Kenny,